When it comes to, City Girls and JT, y'all was having an argument on Twitter. You felt like, she was making songs about you. She felt like you throwing a rock and hide in your hand. Where do y'all stand at today as City Girls and just as sisters, as friends?
Okay, she's about to cap, so let me just fill you on the real tea. Okay.
This your boy P. Keep it real. You know, I always try to keep it real. So today we're gonna be watching how Act break down how City Girls really broke down, bro. How the group really split apart. I mean, he went crazy on this joint. This the Carisha Please interview, and Act went nuts, breaking down the facts, giving us the details behind the scene. Let me know how y'all feel about this. We're gonna get straight into it, man. Make sure y'all like, share, and subscribe, huh?
Oh, because I feel like you popping it and you putting everything on the floor. So we really want to dig a little deeper into your mind. You ready for the smoke? I'm ready for the smoke. Is you ready? So when it comes to, City Girls and JT, y'all was having an argument on Twitter. You felt like, she was making songs about you. She felt like you throwing a rock and hide in your hand. Where do y'all stand at today as City Girls and just as sisters, as friends?
She ain't all good and it's not all bad. Like, we don't talk every day, but it's no beef on my end. I still look at her as family, but it's not like we on the phone, we chatting every day, or we checking in like, hey, she posting my shit, I'm posting her shit. It's not, I won't say we beefing, but it's not.
Do you feel like taking it to the internet, or do you feel like things that happen behind the scenes have went too far that it'll never be the same motherfucker the old days?
I feel like once we go to the internet, that's kind of like a.
Okay, she's about to cap, so let me just fill you on the real tea. Okay.
Stick said she about to cat, so let me fill y'all in on the real tea. Yo, niggas sick, bro.
So here's the story of the City Girls. If you go back to the City Girls, there was a problem at first with them going on tour. I think they had tried to put them either with Yachty or something like that, and it just didn't work. And they've never really gone on a really huge successful tour, right? So they've done shows, but they haven't gone on a real successful tour. Also, keep in mind when you have a group, money gets split in the middle. Also, with a female group, let's say they're getting paid $70,000 for the show, management's taking 20%, booking agents taking 15 or no, 5%. And by the time you bust it down with glam, makeup, travel, this and third, both of them are showing up in different sprinters. Again, the idea that in a group where like people really are friends is different. But once you get to a certain level, y'all both got your own entourages. So she's showing up with her own sprinter. This girl's showing up with her own sprinter. They all like both of them have their own entourages. So if they're flying somewhere, you're booking 5 or 8 first class flights for this person, 8 first class flights for that person. Travel and accommodations for a hotel, it starts to eat up what you're getting paid. So basically, you get like
That make a lot of sense though. You know, they're both doing things separate and only getting one check, but y'all doing things separate. So the check is already getting bust down the middle. Now it's getting bust down the middle, and y'all gotta pay y'all separate entities instead of y'all was moving as one as a group. It'll be getting bust down the middle and paying that one entity that y'all both are using.
they're breaking down and busting down money for a performance that isn't that much because it's two of them. They're not that hot, and they're women because they have a huge team and they have to just pay a lot more. Okay, so now touring and performances doesn't become that lucrative for them. They already got an advance. They're not profitable to the label, so they're not getting paid by the label. And this is what happened. Here's a tip. Young Miami starts going on the Diddy train. Diddy's spending hordes of money, millions of dollars. Money's like he's throwing up so much money, money's just falling to her, hundreds of thousands, opportunities. Like she starts to make the majority of her money from DeLeon as an ambassador. So she's getting a sizable check. By the way, the check that I hear that she was getting, is bigger than anybody else that would be her, like in terms of her celebrity status. So Diddy's, I'm fucking you already. I'm gonna give you a big check to be the ambassador because it'll keep like every time you think about going off on me for another bitch, you remember I'm also your boss. You know what I mean? Listen, worse. So he puts her on payroll there, then he gives her the podcast. So Diddy becomes the majority of her revenue, right? Now that's not the issue because she's enjoying it. What that does is that when City Girl shit comes up and the label is requesting shit, she's passing on it. And Young Miami, who doesn't have a podcast, and even though she's with Uzi and Uzi treats my bad, and JT, which is the group mate, JT, who's not like Young Miami and who doesn't have a Diddy, even though Uzi treats JT pretty well, JT want to still be in music. So you have one person uninterested in music, and you have one person interested in music. And the label realized that. And the label basically realized that, hey, listen, first of all, we're going to have to make a choice. We're going to have to drop y'all completely, or potentially we're going to see who has the passion. Unfortunately for Young Miami, she doesn't have the passion and she doesn't have the talent. JT has some talent and she does have the passion. And I think when JT realized that go back to that Breakfast Club interview. She showed up with a Deleon bottle. And she was holding up that product more than she was even holding up. Look, that's Deleon right here. She's holding up the product more than she's even promoting the album. JT realized at this moment.
That's crazy. You want an interview about you and JT, your whole City Girl shit, and instead of talking about y'all, you bring Deleon up there and start talking about what's going on with you and Diddy when you supposed to be talking about the group. That's nuts, bro. That's nuts. Like, she put Diddy before the whole group, before the music that her and her best friend started. This her best friend. She put Diddy before that nigga, man, in the group.
Listen, and this is why I do respect JT, because even though I was making some jokes and I said, yo, she's performing at local bodegas and, you know what I mean, at Olive Gardens, because she was performing at some restaurants, you know what I mean? But she realizes she doesn't want to sell her ass for money. So she's grinding. If you are chasing a goal, and just clip this right here. For anybody in life, if you're chasing a goal and your best friend is right next to you and he's lazy as fuck, I promise you, if you want that goal bad enough, you end up hating your friend. Because a hard worker can't fuck with a lazy nigga. It doesn't work. You can't be friends or you can't be really locked in when you're working hard passionately and the other person doesn't give a fuck. You will always fall out. Carisha says she don't want to go do this because she want to go hang with Diddy. But you know you need to go do this because you might run into so-and-so and y'all might could get locked in the studio and make a song.
That's a fact, bro. That's a fact. If you pushing yourself and doing something and your boys or your friends calling you and you trying to study and going hard at work, those friendships might deteriorate after a while because y'all going in two different paths in life.
You're trying to convince Carisha, let's do it. She like, nah, Diddy already got the jet gas stuff. I gotta go. Like, yo, city girl shit. Like, we gotta. At some point, you stop hitting the other girls to come with you. Yo, all right, I'm gonna just go by myself because I know what she's on. She don't want to do that. This is not her passion. Her passion is sucking dick and getting fucked on a Gulf Street. She just want to be in Turks, like in a train. Like that's what.
Getting fucked on a Gulf Street. You want to be Turks in a train? What? I said, you know how Diddy get down?
She wants. She doesn't want this. That's where it really goes in. But they grew apart because when one girl is comfortable being on her back and getting it, when you want to be in the booth to get it, you're not going to agree with that. Your friend is cool with just laying on her back like a starfish to get that bread. You don't want to do that. Wow. Even though you got a lit nigga. Y'all can't be friends.
In sync. Mm-hmm. And then it looked like something that just happened. It looked like something that's been occurring.
Yeah. I just felt like when we got together, it just wasn't hitting. I just felt like we was in two different headspaces. Like the way we dressed was different. Like I wear a leotard and JT want to wear something covered. So I just felt like whenever we tried to get together, it just didn't connect. Like we'll be on tour. She got her own dressing room. I got my dressing room. She riding with her own glam team. I'm riding with my own glam team. when we get on the stage and we do our routine, that was probably like the only interaction we had at the time when we was on tour together. So I don't really know like what was the moment that separated us, but I just felt like it became a time where like when we was getting together, it just wasn't connecting. And I was just like, ain't no money in the group. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to the studio together. I'm doing a feature. People calling for the City Girls. You know, it's either.
Chat. Am I Oracle or what? Didn't I just say this shit? Of course, she would say there's no money in the group because, again, she's not willing. Like, as an artist, is a grind. There's a lot of networking. You got to sometimes. The thing with an artist, when you start getting it, when you catch one of these buzzes where you got a hot song or a couple songs, yo, JT probably was mad, like for a while. You remember she just got a couple songs that was kind of What's that song called? Something, okay, or whatever the song she got. Nigga, you know how happy she's gonna be? That's gonna open up budgets for her at the label. That's gonna do a lot of things, more shows. She's getting bookings. That's where money starts coming in. Otherwise, you're not getting paid like that. So when Young Miami, who ain't that passionate about music already, when she's already looking around be like, ain't no money here, she's gonna choose to be a sugar baby. Of course.
Facts. Sugar baby. Sold JT out for Diddy. That's exactly what she did, bro. It's plain and simple.
Of course she's gonna choose to be a concubine. Of course she's gonna be on Love Air like motherfucking tooting her ass up in the air, getting fucking peed on.
Me or it's you, it just wasn't connecting no more. And I just felt like that's what really made me like start my own brand. Like I gotta do something because I'm in this group. The group ain't making no money. We not working. So it just became a point where we was just like on two different pages. Yeah. And I felt like.
By the way, and I hate to sound like the PR, but the label was losing a shit ton of money with y'all because they would book shit. Y'all don't show up. Y'all now on the same page. So it's interesting when, you know, the artist's like, we're not making no money. Well, are y'all putting in the effort, the best effort to try to make money? Or perhaps are you skimping out on shit? They booked flights for y'all to go do interviews, but one of y'all can't show up. So now y'all got to just cancel because it looks weird if one shows up. Oh, there's a studio appearance or there's a studio session. Somebody will lock in with y'all, but one can't go. So they're losing money. So when the artist says they're not making money, the label was losing a lot of money. By the way, this is why when I was talking shit to her the last time, I'll tell her something. I think she knows. Your label was about to drop y'all niggas. This is why listen, I always got some shit tucked in the pocket for y'all artists. When y'all talking shit to me, nigga, I know your label was teetering or dropping you two motherfuckers. Okay? Because you were unprofitable. I knew it back then. That's why I talked the shit that I talked then.
About to drop that ass.
You get what I'm saying? That's why I talked that shit. Because I knew it. Don't ask me how I know it. But, yeah. So, again, I'm just matching her words where she says she's not making money. That should be matched to her label was losing a fuck ton of money keeping them. I'm going to give an assumption. Don't ask me how I know. They only kept y'all and didn't drop y'all because the whole female movement and wave started after Cardi B, but after Cardi B comes you guys. And you guys start the city girls, then we get the hot girls, the icy girls, and the derivatives. Now we get the sexy reds and shit, to a certain extent, I'll even say Ice Spices. Okay? So because you're a legacy thought group, and when I mean thought group, I'm not disrespecting, but the type of music y'all made, y'all started a lane for women afterwards to make the sexual provocative music and actually benefit from it. So your label, even though you say you're not making money, they're hemorrhaging money with y'all. They want to drop y'all. But you know why they don't drop y'all? They don't drop y'all because they said, you know what? These women are going to take this shit serious and realize, and then everybody after y'all did it better. That hurts. That hurts. So your label is sitting back like, nah, they're the OG. They're going to get the respect. They're the city girls. But here's the problem. Let me give you another analysis that you have to think about. The city girls come in with an idea and an image and ideology that women are buying. This is a feminist, woman progressive mantra that says We could sport fuck like men. We could do what we want. Fuck these guys that have been using us, doing whatever. Let's fuck them for a bag. What you don't know is that Young Miami at that time was pushing 30. These were women closer to their 30s than they were to their 20s or early 20s. Now, I'm not age shaming, and the age doesn't matter that much. But the reason why I mention that is that the idea that they were pushing, they were frauds. Young Miami and JT not realizing, right? You know, there's mad R&B, and I know I'm all over the place, but you're gonna get it. There's mad R&B artists that realize that what they're pushing is sex appeal, and the idea to women or to men that they're available. So when they get in relationships, they hide it. Young Miami and JT pushed sexual provocativeness, not giving a fuck about men, using men, this and third, and both fall head over heels with the man. And both are in relationships. Do you see how the label gets mad? What the fuck? So y'all both in relationships while we're pushing this movement for y'all are the first. Y'all are Christopher Columbus of the horse. And y'all, we're pushing this message that fuck these niggas. It's all about us, women, 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 women. And y'all are in love with niggas? What? You get what I'm saying? So then when you put that together with the fact that they're aging approaching 30, again, I'm not age shaming. When you get the authentic women who are younger, who actually are whores, who actually are living what they preach, who actually, because they've been broke for so long, they really don't give a fuck about a nigga. They take her spot. So now you created something. Your label is holding on to you. They don't want to drop you yet because they're like, we're losing money, but they created a lane. Hopefully they can rekindle it, but y'all lifestyle doesn't align with it. Ain't that a bitch?
That's a fact, though. They created a lane, had all these girls come after them, and boom, them bitches do it better than you because they really live in that. Y'all both fall in love with two different guys. You fall in love with Diddy, JT fall in love with Uzi. Y'all not pushing y'all narrative. And then on top of that, not making money. They losing all this money because Carisha want to be with Diddy. She don't want to do what she supposed to do. This shit crazy. My boy really spitting facts here, though. Like, he's not capping. This is why the group broke up. She didn't care about the music no more. JT really wanted to chase her dreams. And all Carisha did is leave that nigga for a man. She left her best friend. Her best friend that rolled with her to the motherfucking end for a nigga. And then she fell head over heels in love and abandoned the whole shit. That shit crazy, man. He's speaking facts, boy.
Whenever we just a video shoot, just anything, like it just wasn't connecting, and I was just like, you know what, I gotta like figure something out.
It's not bad, it's not good, but do you still feel like you would consider JT a sister?
Yeah, I feel like we grew up together. I feel like I'm gonna always look at her as family, but again, like everything, I'm not gonna sit here and just like do that strategic question. How are you? Yeah, you know, that's my sister. We go, no, she ain't all good, but it's not all bad either. And I just want to move forward from there. I don't want to have to keep answering that question. It's just what it is. There's nothing going on. We not in the group no more. She went her own way, I went my own way, and that's just where we at. Okay.
JT kicked her ass out the whip, and JT, let me tell you this, girl, that's the best thing you could have ever did. That's the best thing you could have ever did.
Period. And I want to answer it no more, so don't ask me.
Man, I don't know. I feel like Act went crazy on this joint, man. He really told the truth, the deep secrets about what's really going on behind City Girls for anybody that really wanted to know. And my boy Act really got the juice. He really tapped in the industry and know what's really going on. So I don't know. You feel like he was capping on this shit, or he was spitting on facts and getting straight to the motherfucking meat and potatoes? Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. I'm gonna stuttering. Y'all let me know how y'all feel in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. It's your boy P. Keep it real. You know, I always try to keep it real.